There is one money rule, a financial principle that has been deciding everyone's income as an employee or a business owner since the beginning of time. And how do we know schools did a terrible job preparing us for real life? They never taught us what it is. Everyone's rushing to get education so that they can get a job, but very few understand the principle that governs the market and will dictate your income forever. And why is that? Because this is how the market works. This is the reason for your current income and the key to earning more. And so in this video, we'll talk about what this principle is and basically what the education system didn't teach you in 12 years, you will learn using a 60 seconds clip. You'll also see why it is 100% trustworthy, considering a life lesson that is true for every aspect of your life, and the opportunity for normal people to build another source of income legally with about an hour a day, depending on your schedule. I realized pretty early in life that if I ever wanted to escape the rat race, I must educate myself on money by learning from rich people. If you want to know how to do something, learn from somebody that knows how to do it. Thankfully, I was always extremely passionate about this topic, which made it fairly easy for me to read the books and to watch the videos, and that's how I came across a 4-hour and 22-minute seminar where I found and learned this awesome lesson. Jim Rohn, a self-made millionaire and a key figure in the self-development field, taught this seminar. And I'm pretty sure that you know this name already, but if you don't, you should. And in the late 1980s, a big room full of established men and women listened how Jim Rohn would teach a child what they need to know about money.
So here's how I explain it to kids. We get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. Key to understanding economics. We get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. Marketplace is also described as reality. Reality, the marketplace. Now, it takes time. It takes time to bring value to the marketplace, but we don't get paid for time. It's very important for kids to understand, as well as adults. We don't get paid for time. Mistakenly, the man says, well, I'm making about $20 for an hour. Not true. Not true. If that was true, you could just stay home, have them send your money. No, it's not true. You don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you put in the time.
As you can tell, this is an old video, but don't let it fool you. Lazy people don't read old books with the excuse that things are outdated. But what we just heard has been true since the beginning of time. Old ideas are more powerful than most people realize. Old ideas are a secret weapon because they have already managed to survive in a complex world. What many fail to understand is that fundamentals aren't just a collection of good ideas. They're a collection of good ideas that outlasted thousands of bad ideas. Bad ideas about money, like work harder, get paid by the hour, do overtime, wait for a promotion, rent out your time. This may sound like good, reasonable advice to the average person, but people who understand money know that these don't work because they go against the one principle. If you want to change your life, you must stick to the boring fundamentals, just like this one. You don't get paid for time, you get paid for the value you put in the time. Now here's something for you to reflect on, to make real impact to the structure of your life. Do you mess with the surface or the foundation? You tell me. You can play around with the surface. You could even take big swings, but nothing profound would change. You'll remain standing in the same spot. That's not how you change your life. But when you go to the foundation of things, so basic that it's almost boring, it only takes a couple of moves for big things to happen. This is as much a life lesson as it is a money lesson. Do you want to improve your posture? Good, do 10 push-ups and hang on a pull-up bar for 60 seconds every day. Most of our biggest problems not only can be solved, but will be solved with the boring basics. In fact, most of these problems are there because we overlook the basics. Like not realizing that you get paid minimum wage because you're doing something that requires minimum value. You're bringing minimum value to the table. Well, I can get a better job, you say. Well, to have more, you need to become more. As Jim Rohn, the speaker from the clip, always said. Get more experience or more advanced skills. Bring more value to the market and you'll get paid more. But not just that. You don't have to get paid just from an employer. You can become more valuable by working smarter. You can start doing this at scale from home with less time than your day job. We're living in a time when you can create value at scale from your phone. The internet and platforms like YouTube and X changed the game completely. Normal people are educating themselves on how to communicate effectively on these platforms and are changing their finances every day. Whether they're realizing it or not, they're putting more value in their time, and you can too. That is the core driving force of the creator economy or the attention economy. These people are learning to get other people's attention by becoming more valuable to them. And by using the robots that are in our pockets and online, we can do that at scale without investing insane amounts of time. It would take long to build, but it is relatively a short period of time considering the potential upside. So you might be asking yourself, am I suggesting that everyone should be a content creator? In a simplistic way, yes. If you don't understand why your income is what it is, it would be nearly impossible for you to make any changes and to get closer to your financial goals. You'll be playing one game while the market is playing another. The whole thing about the market or business or money is a trade of value, and your current income is a reflection of your value to the market. Time is not a factor. And so considering all these things, your financial goals and how the market works, as well as your human needs for growth and fulfillment, it is clear and logical to me that I should continue to obsess about content creation. It's an intelligent solution for financial reasons and for self-actualization reasons. I'm not looking to get rich at this point in time. I have one goal, and that is financial freedom, which really only means having my family's expenses covered. You and I are doing life with what we consider our humble income. Then all we really need is to generate the same humble income from another source. Then our expenses will be covered, and that source could replace our job. Then we can do something that we want to do, that we chose to do, that we built, and we won't have to do that other thing that we must do to keep sustaining ourselves, to survive. And so financial freedom doesn't require millions because it doesn't take millions to sustain yourself. It only takes your expenses covered, and that is a realistic number that is not beyond any of us. We know these amounts of money because we deal with them on a monthly basis. It's just that we get that money from a job, and now we have the opportunity to build a replacement. So personally, I will obsess over content until I figure out how to communicate effectively and give people as much value as possible in the field of my interest. And I genuinely believe that you can do that too. Frankly, I don't think that you can, I think that you should. If you want anything profound to change in your life, like what it is that you do for a living. I don't think that's far-fetched. I think that is something that many people are doing every day. And I don't see why you, a normal person just like them, cannot educate yourself on how to do the same. So let's recap. You don't get paid for time. What do I get paid for? You get paid for the value that you put in the time. So how can I increase my value? Which is an excellent question. Educate yourself on how to increase your value in the most time and cost-effective way possible. For example, creating leverage by using tools like the internet. And if you're not familiar too much with the concept of leverage, this is the first thing you should educate yourself on because this is your way out. And when you get the basics and you pull the right levers long enough with the right direction, a lot can change, and sometimes faster than you realize. Building financial freedom in 3 or 5 years, which would sound slow to many people, especially young people, is significantly faster than a lifelong career of 30 or 40 years retiring at 65. 3 to 5 years is not a long period of time. And that is why I genuinely believe that if this is something that someone wants, they should go ahead and educate themselves. 7 years ago, I didn't even know how to hold a camera, and now I'm able to put up a shot that looks pretty great, but I educated myself from scratch. I didn't even own a camera at the time. I didn't even know how to make videos, how to make this sound good, how to do a thumbnail. I started from scratch because I realized the potential. And I invite you to do the same if this is something that you genuinely want. Just be prepared that it's a long ride that I believe is totally worth it. I hope you found this helpful. I'd love to know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.